Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning. We do have a warm front actually pushing through, and for some reason, Futurecast is hinting at fog along that front. We do not have that this morning, so it is all clear to start things off everywhere. There are some clouds in the northeast. They're not very thick. And winds are changing direction. You see a southwest wind. It's kind of breezy here this morning, a lighter west and northwest wind. So we'll see that the winds actually lighten up a little bit for most as the day goes on. It should be a fairly enjoyable day out there as we warm things up today into the 40s and 50s. Plenty of sun. Winds really die down towards the end of the day. A bit chilly tonight, but not terribly cold, as we'll see mostly clear skies becoming partly cloudy towards tomorrow morning. We'll see a few clouds passing through during the day on Tuesday, especially the first half of the day. The second half of the day, maybe a little more sunshine. Warmer temperatures expected across the area on Tuesday, and pretty quiet weather looking into Tuesday night with mostly clear skies. Wednesday still pretty mild out there for most areas ahead of a cold front that's going to come through Wednesday night, and that's going to bring some changes as we head towards Wednesday night and into Thursday. And in fact, what I'm going to do is we're going to jump ahead a little bit in the forecast. We're going to jump ahead and look at the long-range forecast models to show you what is coming down the road. So I'm going to jump ahead and look at that European forecast model. Again, there is not a lot in store over the next several days here, but as we look towards Wednesday night, there's the increasing clouds, and then eventually by Wednesday evening, some light rain or sprinkles passing through. And that's with the cold front. You see the change in the wind direction right there in the middle of the night, and that northwest wind is really going to crank up heading north Thursday. It's going to be a very windy day on Thursday. I'm concerned about the winds maybe gusting over 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be colder behind that cold front, and it's going to be rather windy on Thursday. Thursday night into Friday, a pretty chilly night, but then we'll start to warm up a little bit Friday, and the weather looks pretty quiet right now heading into the upcoming weekend. And I think that quiet weather looks to continue right into next week. And this takes us up, of course, to Christmas Eve on Wednesday and Christmas morning Thursday, keeping the weather quiet and mild. How about the GFS model? We'll jump ahead real quick to Wednesday evening. It does have more than just rain. It also tries to maybe mix in a little bit of mixed precipitation, but right now it's very limited moisture. I think it's mostly too warm for too much frozen stuff here, but the colder air will eventually move in Thursday, so it's going to be a chilly, and look at those day and look at those winds again. Strong northwest winds blowing on Thursday. It's going to be a windy day out there. Not a nice day Thursday. Better weather coming Friday. And really, it looks like it's going to be pretty decent through the weekend, right into next week. Yeah, there'll be a few clouds around. But the weather looks to remain fairly quiet. Moisture kind of staying around us, but nothing on us. Right into Christmas Eve, which I will be here for Christmas Eve. I will not be here Christmas Day. We don't have a show on Christmas Day. But right now, it looks like the weather does look to be quiet. No major weather concerns during that time. And then look at the temperature trends here. And I'll get back to the forecast highs and lows in the 7-day forecast in just a bit here, but look at the temperature trends. Very mild today. We're going to keep the mild stuff going right into your Tuesday and Wednesday. Chillier weather on Thursday with some strong winds to come along with it. But then temperatures quickly warming back up Friday, and Saturday looks pretty good too. But then Sunday, a little shot of some cooler air by Sunday. But after that, it looks like we will trend on the mild side most of next week right into your Christmas holiday. So it could be a very mild Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, the way things are shaping up right now. Let's take a look at the GFS model. Mild today, even milder weather to come. There's Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday brings that shot of chilly air, but the winds will be the bigger story on Thursday. Friday gets better. Saturday's okay, although a cold front will come through Saturday, and that will cool us back into Sunday. But then after that, it looks like we're going to try to warm up next week. Now, the GFS is struggling, though, with that. But eventually it does try to warm us up a little bit towards Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Right now, the Climate Prediction Center for next week does have us, in fact, most of the country above average, and we are very likely to be above average during that time. Average highs are now in the upper 30s this time of the year, so we should easily be able to surpass that. And I think we'll be mostly, now what this looks like when you look at the jet stream, way up to the north. How about the precipitation? That gives me a good idea of where the jet stream is well. It actually could be kind of right in here. Something like that. So we are looking at what looks to be dry weather next week, so the chance of a white Christmas, slim. This is what they call the Pineapple Express. It comes in for the jet stream, basically comes from Hawaii straight towards the west coast and brings all this moisture in. They have already been dealing with some significant flooding in the northwest U.S., and so we could be looking at some big time flood concerns and mudslides and things like that in California. That could be a big problem for there. All right, let's go back to our temperatures here for today. We'll go with the specific towns now, and again, you can see that we're going to be warming up today into the 40s and 50s, maybe even some 60s into the Panhandle. So much better weather ahead of us for today compared to what we dealt with yesterday. Let's take a closer look at some of the area towns around, including Valentine at 55, 57 in Thedford, 54 in Ord, 52 in Burwell, 48 degrees in Spencer. Southwest areas will be the warmest. We'll be into the upper 50s, including 58 in Trenton, 59 for Imperial, 56 for Elwood, 52 in Franklin, maybe not quite to 50 in Smith Center here. It's showing clouds. It's been hinting at some fog this morning. Don't worry about that. I think we'll see plenty of sunshine today. Southeast areas, again, showing clouds, expect sunshine. Mid to upper 40s, lower 50s here towards Grand Island, Aurora, Central City, 53 in St. Paul, 46 in Wahoo and Syracuse, 45 Plattsmouth. The chilliest weather, but still better than yesterday. 38 in Ponca, 43 in Pender, 45 Fremont, 49 in Columbus, and in Neely, 53 degrees in Greeley, 52 in Fullerton and in Albion. So there's a look at today's forecast. Tonight, not terribly cold, mid to upper 20s and low to mid 30s for most of us. Tomorrow, warmer, 50s and 60s. So even eastern Nebraska getting in on some better weather, but the warmest air will be in the west and southwest again. Tomorrow night, relatively mild, mid to upper 20s and lower 30s. And Wednesday still looking pretty mild in the mid to upper 50s and low to mid 60s again. Then we're going to start to get that chillier air coming in from the northwest. We'll feel it a lot more on a very windy Thursday, highs in the 30s and lower 40s and even some 20s up north. So much chillier, and that wind's going to make it feel colder too. Again, those winds will be very blustery northwest winds. They'll be out of the northwest. They'll probably be gusting as high as 40, 50 miles per hour. I'm even concerned of maybe seeing something up near 60 on Thursday. I think it's going to be a really windy day ahead of us here. Well, let's look at the extended forecast to wrap things up here. And again, you can see the mild air to come the next few days. Sprinkles or light rain on Wednesday evening. Chilly and very windy conditions on Thursday. I'm kind of in a debate of if I want to go with the weather alert day on Thursday. We'll be talking about it with the weather crew here, and we'll decide if we want to pull the trigger on a weather alert day for Thursday for strong winds. I'm thinking we'll probably do that, but we'll see. Temperatures do come back up Friday and into Saturday before a little bit of a blip in the road here Sunday. Temperatures coming back down for the first day of winter, but beyond that, we are keeping it mild next week. Highs close to 50 in the Tri-Cities area, and I think that will continue another day into Christmas Day, and in fact, some models again may be hinting at a bit of a warm-up on Christmas Day. North Platte, again, very mild today. Even better yet the next couple of days. Kind of windy on Wednesday. Small chance of light rain or sprinkles Wednesday evening. Thursday, very windy and cooler. And then as we get towards Friday, warming back up. Saturday, temperatures start to come down a little bit here, and they'll come down a little bit more until winter, or the first day of winter on Sunday. But next week, back up into the 50s. Western Nebraska is going to get to enjoy the warmer air once again next week, whereas it'll be a little cooler in eastern Nebraska. But like I said, I think most of next week is shaping up rather nice, including Christmas Eve, which is that final day there, that final day of the 10-day forecast, and then Christmas Day on the 25th. And like I said before, I think most of the country, including our area, will be above average. And if you're looking for any issues when it comes to travel, maybe off to towards the Great Lakes, and then of course with all the rain out west, but in the snow in the higher elevations. So that's all I have for you for today. I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. I'll be back with you on Tuesday, which will be my final forecast this week. I'm going to take a little early Christmas break hiatus here coming up for the rest of this week. But again, Luke has it in good hands anyway, and no major weather concerns outside of the Thursday wind. I think that's the biggest issue of the next 7 to 10 days to come. All right, with that, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for watching. I will see you all again on Tuesday. Talk to y'all later. Bye.